Let's make some beach waves and clouds using Crystalac products. First, start with a layer of plain EP or BT with reducer if you have it available over a smooth cup. Add to your cup at a normal thickness. Next, we're going to make the clouds, which means we need a mixture with just a little bit of white. You can create this using a few drops of white pigment or universal white into some bright tone, or diluting some white gloss with bright tone, which is what I'm using here. Use a mixing stick or toothpick to add small strips of the white sporadically around the top 2/3 of the cup. Then lightly use your finger to spread these around a bit. You can use a straw to gently blow the white around the cup. You will want to play around with this to get the look that you want. You may need to take some product off or add more as you go. The bright tone layer that you added initially will help the product flow as it spins as well. Once I have the wispy clouds how I like it, I make a second mixture with more concentrated white. For this, I just use undiluted white gloss, but you can add a bit more universal white or pigment to your mix. You're going to use it both for these clouds and the waves. I just add a tiny drop or two of this mix around the top and then blow with a straw, which gives some stronger looking clouds and provides some dimension to the cup. If you're needing a bit more movement, you can always add a tiny drop of bright tone or extreme protection to these areas, which will help it spread out more. Now we're ready to move on to the waves. We're going to start with a more concentrated white mixture, and again using our mixing stick to add little lines around the bottom 1/3 of the cup. Use the straw and a bit more force to spread this mixture around. This will basically be your ocean, so you want them to spread out quite a bit, especially where the sand meets the blue. Changing the direction of the way you're blowing will change the look of the wave, so try blowing directly down over the cup and then from the bottom and the top at an angle. This method takes a little bit of practice to learn how the inks will move and behave, and no two cups will be the same. But just play around with it until you get it how you like it. And remember, you can always wipe it off and start again. I use a bit of extreme protection over my white areas to get them to spread out more because I want more of that lower third of my cup covered with this lighter white mixture. Finally, we're ready to add our foreground waves. For this, I'm going to use a very tiny amount of straight white pigment. You can also achieve this look with plain universal white using the same technique. Apply a small drop of the pigment in a few places around the cup and then forcefully blow a puff of air over the area with your straw close to the ink. This will cause the ink to spread and separate in different areas, giving a really neat wave look similar to creating cells with silicone. Continue to blow as the cup spins to move your pigment around and blend everything together. Once you get it all how you like it, you're going to let your cup spin for an hour to set up, and then you're going to allow it to dry for a minimum of 8 hours. We want to do this to allow the extra product that we've added to fully dry before we add anything else to the